Hello there! We're back here again with the self-proclaimed best internet girl, Carmila. And today we're going to play an HTML sort of game called The Uncle Who Works for Nintendo. And yeah, it's been such a long time since I upload some videos, so yeah. Okay, then let's start. The uncle who works for Nintendo. You're 11 years old. What is your best friend's name? Who's my best friend's name? Andrew, I guess. Well, your best friend Andrew has invited you to a sleepover at his house this weekend. You've been friends since first grade, so asking your mom is basically only a formality. What's up with my pronunciations? I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. On Friday night, you're home for only a few hours, long enough to pack, get in a fight with your younger sister, pack some more and watch some TV. At 6 sharp, you're standing on the sidewalk outside Andrew's house while your mom idles in her car nearby. She leans out of the window to you. You behave yourself, okay? She says. As always, it'll be at work. But if anything happens, you call me. Okay, Mom. You do you, Mom. I'll pick you up tomorrow at 3, she says, again as usual. But then she pauses, looking up at the sky, which has been overcast throughout the day. You play outside, she asks. Be careful. It's probably gonna rain. Wave goodbye. After your mom drives down the street, disappearing around the corner. You turn back to Andrew's house. The lights inside are glowing warmly. You can see Andrew waving at you from his bedroom on the 2nd floor. Head inside. Ooh, there's some thundering. It is 6 p.m. And Andrew's mom meets you just inside. Hello, she says. Dinner will be ready in just a few minutes, but you can drop stuff off in the den. You and Andrew are camping out there tonight. Cool. You drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den and then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch, your grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a set of patio doors on the far side of the room, you can see the sky is just as grey as it was when your mom left. Framed pictures line the walls, and over the dark fireplace hangs a monstrous pair of antlers from a buck that Andrew's dad shot years ago. And of course, there is a big screen TV. Sometimes it makes you uncomfortable how much nicer Andrew's house is than yours. Anyway, you drop your sleeping. It's kind of repeats itself. Andrew entered the room while you weren't paying attention, and he now stands in the doorway, smiling expectantly. Are you ready for dinner? He asks. Yeah. Dinner passes quickly. Tonight's meal is spaghetti and meatballs, one of Andrew's favorite meals, as his mother points out while helping on your plate. Andrew's father cracks a beer and joyfully interrogates you about how much trouble you and Andrew are getting into at school. The set is heaping bowls of ice cream, dessert in chocolate sauce. You can't even finish yours. The grandfather clock in the den chimes. I kind of startled there. You go along now, said Andrew's mom, smiling from her side of the table. We'll clean up in here. Let's go get the TV ready, says Andrew. The two of you leave the dining room and head upstairs. Andrew's room is immense. You stay in the den because the TV is larger there. But there's a sizable one here, flush with the wall opposite of the full-size bed. We'll take the 64 down first, says Andrew, heading towards his TV and opening the entertainment center cabinet. It's his prerogative, of course. He gets to choose what you play first usually, but as Andrew begins unhooking the cause of the N64 from the TV, you catch sight of the other things he has in there. What are those other things? Now let's see for ourselves. All the major stuff, an old SNES, a PlayStation, a Dreamcast, but for some other things too. Things you don't really recognize. A large black box with green highlights, a smaller purple one, a strange white and yellow tower with what looks like gloves resting on hooks on either side, a compact white cone. What are those? Andrew looks to the clutter in the cabinet. Oh yeah, he says. They're pretty cool. I can't show them to you though. They're still secret. I promised my uncle. Of course you suddenly remember his uncle. The uncle who works for Nintendo. In the corner, the grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a nearby set of patio doors, you can see it. It's getting quite dark. Framed pictures line the walls. Andrew is parked in front of the large TV playing something on the Nintendo 64. He's playing, so let's watch him play. Andrew is playing something that looks little like Banjo-Kazooie, but it's not a game you're familiar with. You watch for a while and eventually Andrew turns to look at you. Come on, wanna play? Play co-op, of course. Let's co-op, yes, of course, says Andrew, handling a controller. You don't know the game, but still, it seems oddly familiar. He only has to give you a few pointers on how to move the camera. You play to a level of 2. The clock chimes. Oh, okay. Okay, let's look at the frame picture. You walk around the perimeter of the den, inspecting the picture idly. Most of them are family portraits from years past. Andrew cradled lovingly between his mother and father, or any one of the three on their own. A happy, tidy family. Look for pictures of Andrew's uncle. Why would I look for his uncle? Oh well. That's the game. You don't find any. Not one. The only pictures here are of Andrew and his parents. You don't know why that makes you feel uneasy. Is the uncle a real person or something? Time passes. Okay then. Go to the kitchen. Passing through the empty dining room, you enter the kitchen, which is also deserted right now. Look at the fridge. That's very polite of you. There's a few things here. Cold pizza, I guess. You grab your snack and exit the kitchen. You head back to the den. The clock chimes. Okay then. Andrew's mother bustles into the room, holding a large sour bowl filled with popcorn under her arm. How you kids doing? She asks. Good, says Andrew, his eyes not moving from the television. I hope you're having fun, says Andrew's mom. Here's some popcorn, extra butter. She places it on the floor by Andrew. Almost immediately, Andrew is shoveling popcorn into his mouth. Meanwhile, his mother smiles first at him and then back at you. "There's sodas in the kitchen if you get thirsty," she says, "and some pizza from the other night if you get hungry." "Thank you, ma'am." She looks at Andrew. "Your father's gone to bed. I'll be there soon myself. I want you two to keep it quiet, alright?" "Yes, Mom," Andrew says tiredly. "Oh, and before I forgot," she asks, "your uncle called. He suddenly has some business here in town tomorrow, but he's driving in early. He'll be here around midnight." Okay then. For the first time, Andrew stops playing his game, stops eating popcorn and turns to look at his mother. "Okay," he says. "I want you two to welcome him in. He'll be very tired and very hungry, so offer him something to eat before he goes to bed." "Okay, Mom." "Good night, kids." And with that, she's gone. In the corner, the grandfather clock is ticking softly. Okay then. Ask about the uncle's visit. So, why is your uncle coming? Your uncle stays with you when he visits? "Yeah," says Andrew, nonchalantly. How to pronounce this word? I'm confused. Nonchalantly. "He lives pretty far away, and so he just drops by." "Isn't that a little weird?" Andrew gives you a look of you don't like very much. "How would you know?" he asks. "You don't even have an uncle." "Yeah, I guess so." You drop the conversation in silence. Okay then. Let's talk. I don't know. Let's think about his uncle. It began with Mew. You didn't believe him at first, when Andrew came to school one day and told you he had finally caught Mew. "Prove it," he said. So he pulled out his Game Boy and showed you. There it was, Mew, the 151st Pokemon available only to players at promotional events, somehow unlocked on Andrew's game. "It's really strong," he said. "It KOs every enemy in one hit." Andrew demonstrated his claim at recess when you and some other friends linked Game Boys to do battle. You're the first one down. No one else got in a single hit on Andrew's Mew. You asked how Andrew managed to get it. "Oh, my uncle got a job at Nintendo," said Andrew. You're walking home together, past one of the construction crews. Andrew still lived next door to you at the time. Wait, this couldn't have been too long ago. When did Andrew move? There was something nice about being neighbors. Okay, construction crew. There had been a storm not too long ago. Trees fell down all over town. Buildings had collapsed. You're standing at the intersection with Andrew as a truck rumbled by, loaded up with wrecked tree trunks. What a bad storm. Okay. Oh? "He also got me this new Game Boy," said Andrew, pulling it out of his pocket. "You hadn't noticed it earlier, but yes, Andrew now has a sleek new Game Boy Color. Until today, he had one of the old ones, a big grey brick like yours." "This one is a special edition," said Andrew. "Isn't it cool?" You agreed. You snap out of your reflection. "What about my reflection?" Okay, let's talk to him. What would you like to talk about? Games? Because I just remembered things about the past, about the games of the Nintendo, the Pokemon ones. You bring up the subject of the new Pokemon games through some rumors you read on the internet. when you are supposed to be working in the computer lab at school. Andrew meticulously debunks one or confirms everything you have to say, all based on, of course, what his uncle has told him. An hour passed. The clock chimes. It begins raining outside. Returned. Okay then. Andrew is parked in front of the large TV playing something in the Nintendo 64. There is a bowl of popcorn on the floor. Let's go to the bathroom first. You head to the bathroom down the hall from the den. There's a shower, a linen closet, and a toilet. Let's go to the toilet. You go to the bathroom and wash your hands. You're done here. Shower. The shower is pristinely clean. And linen closet. There's a linen closet filled with large fluffy towels and washcloths. You're not sure why you looked in there. You finished? Go back. You head back to the den. Okay. We're done with everything. Let's eat the popcorn, I guess. You grab a handful of popcorn. It's buttery and delicious. Okay. And remember my own Mew? You got your own Mew eventually. Another friend had a Game Shark which you borrowed one day. You spent that entire night unlocking every Pokemon you couldn't obtain in your copy of the game or hadn't yet traded for, including Mew. You didn't one-hit KO most enemies. It was incredibly weak, and you shamefully cheated the game further to make it strong enough. It even looked different from Andrew's. You ask him why. It looked different? Your Mew was small, even cute, standing there with its round, cheerful eyes. But when Andrews had wiped out everyone at school, it had looked completely different. Compact, snarling, fierce. Okay, you ask him why? What? He said. That had been here in the den. Oh, that thing? It had been a while since anyone talked about Pokemon. Well, my uncle got me a special edition Mew, first of all, he said, smirking a little, but not looking away from the PlayStation game he was playing. That's why mine looked different. Second of all, mine can one-hit KO because it's the real Mew. That had been here? Andrew had moved by then, but how long was that after the first storm, after he got Mew? You can't remember. Okay, it's the real Mew. You asked what he meant by that. Just what I said, Andrew replied. You cheated and got a fake Mew, so of course there'd be problems, glitches and junk. You felt your cheeks reddened. But not Mew, Andrew said. I got the real Mew and only me. My brother was so jealous. Andrew's brother? What about him? Why does remembering that comment makes you feel uneasy? You snap up your reflection. Okay then. The clock chimes, you're in the den. Let's talk to him again. Talk about... ask if it's gonna storm. Do you think this storm will be as bad as the one we had before? I don't like the sound of the wind. You remember that storm we had that tore down all the trees? Oh yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, says Andrew. You don't remember? Remember what? The storm. It happened a few weeks ago. It was huge. It took down trees. Andrew shakes his head. If it was important, I'm surely I would have remembered it, he said. He felt silent. School? You and Andrew discussed class a few days ago when the teachers publicly chastised a classmate of you mutually dislike. An hour passed. Okay, the clock chimes. The grandfather clock chimes the hour as Andrew suddenly looks up from the 64. It's time, he says. Time for what? Oh, someone knocks at the front door. That's him, says Andrew, standing up. I should go let him in. As he leaves the den, you realize you could follow, but a part of you really feels like being scarce for a bit. The knocking continues persistently as you follow Andrew to the front of the house. Outside the pebbled glass of the front window, you can see a tall, dark shadow. Andrew goes to the door, undoes the deadbolt, and cracks it open. It sounded more like an intruder at this point. You can come in, he says to whoever stands out there on the porch, then looks over his shoulder at you. Sorry, he says, before you can ask what there's to be sorry about. The door slams open. Hello, child. Come closer, child. No more worries, child. I'm hungry, child. No more worries, child. Hello, child. Fear, none, mixed expression, screaming. See, stop it, child. Hello, child. Hello, child. Hello, child. Hello, child. Hello, child. Hello, child. What is this? Undefined error. What? A toy game by Michael Klutz, original art by Kimberly Parker, abstract background made it to color by MCC script and inspiration. Okay, we got the undefined error. Let's start from 7 in the den. One quick question, then. Was your father's drinking beer at dinner? I'm not sure what I saw. Okay, look at the grandfather clock. It's 7. Let's think about his uncle. It began with Mew. Okay. Let's try to differentiate our endings. Yes. Look at the clock. Watch him play solo. You do your best to figure out the unfamiliar control schemes while Andrew sits by, giving you a few commands every so often. The game seems very familiar to you, but you never played it before. The colors are a lot brighter and clearer than any other game you've ever seen. Play for a while. Okay, the clock chimes again. Look at the clock. It's 8. And look for pictures of uncle. Time passes. Go to the kitchen. Okay, grab some milk. Head back to the den. The clock chimes. Okay, his mother came and nodded silently around midnight. Okay, then she's gone. Bowl of popcorn. It was delicious. Bowl of popcorn again. Oh, it won't stack, I guess. Watch him play. You don't think this is very funny, but to Andres, this is hilarious. After a while, he stops the car and waits. An ambulance appears, and once the paramedics exit, he beats them to death with a baseball bat. Isn't this great? He asks. This goes on for a while. Okay, then. It begins raining outside. Okay, let's watch him play. What is he playing? Andrew invites you over to play a game of Mario Kart. Andrew wins every round pretty easily, and you start to feel like this was a mistake. He's just too competitive and frankly a lot better than you. Good game, he says, smirking. Good game. Ready to try again? Andrew asks. Let's switch it up, you say. We've been playing for a while. Okay. Let's play until his uncle came. You grit your teeth. My uncle will be here soon, says Andrew, looking at the clock. You know that, of course. Andrew smiles at you. Want to play one more before he gets here? Yes? Sure. For quite a while you half-heartedly wander around a map and GoldenEye while Andrew repeatedly headshots you. The clock chimes. Okay. Is your uncle here? Someone knocks at the front door. Okay. Run to the bathroom. You run down the hall to the bathroom and lock the door behind you. Or at least this could have been a bathroom. The walls are bare and white and there is no sink or toilet. But there are some odd featureless white boxes that could stand in for a shower or a linen closet. Linen closet? You crawl into the plain white box that is about the size of a linen closet and close it behind you. From the front of the door from the house, you can hear the front door slams open. After that, you don't hear anything except bad expression, child. The rain, no, not just the rain, but that voice in the back of your heart, like, I'm coming for you, like something you can't even begin to describe. Though you lock the door behind you, you hear it open easily. Something walks in. Hold my breath. You're not sure how you know something is out there, because you don't exactly, bad expression, oh child, hear it moving, but you know it's there and you know it's stopped, bad expression, poor child, right outside you hide and spoke. It opens the door, even though you immediately realize it doesn't have any hands. Oh child, I'm so hungry, child. You cannot run, child. Hello, child. No more worries, child. Hello, child. Cease. I have friends for you, child. Friends for you in the dark. You'll play forever in the dark. Okay. Run. We got our second ending. Well, this was pretty okay, I guess, for a game. And just let me know in the comments down below what games I should play next time. And please make it a really low spec games, cause yeah, I don't want things to go laggy like usual. Okay then, please click like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to wear your mask. Stay safe, wear a mask. Bye.